Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. And the Minnesota Vikings taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down throw. Goff. This to Laporta, right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. Goff now to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Goff's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff to Chandler. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. Here's Chandler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. It's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. Hurts. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 54 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Johnson with a reception. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. To throw is Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Gibbs will try and pick it up, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Goff. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. He's got this to Williams, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And he's got some space here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in midseason form here in the opener. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. from the 3, 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try to run this one in. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That's how you get by, baby. That's how you get by.
A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Swift. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Another shot now for this Lions offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Micah Parsons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. First carry now for David Montgomery. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll come on for his fifth kick of the night. And taken right on the 30. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That is caught. It's Williams. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, 69 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And it is 42-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on second down is gone. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second down at 6 now from the 42. To the air again. Goff. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season. We move right along to the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 74 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a first down as well. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 38. Here's third and a few inches. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Hurts. Got a man. That's Leggett. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions. on the ground. It's Swift to start the drive. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough?
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Xavier Worthy, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Lions offense set to take. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now a 2nd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, wide open, complete, touchdown. Jordan Addison, 58 yards. And the Vikings get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On first down, Hurts. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 93 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Charles, you look at that run, and in your garrulous and loquacious manner, how would you break down the nip dynasty that occurred when that was bounced? Outside, it was almost Machiavellian, wasn't it?
The capricious dichotomy of their play calling is almost a non sequitur. And Brandon, I have to say, my friend, the ubiquitous cacophony of your ostentatious, sycophantic ramblings have left me in a state of ennui.
Do you always have to one-up me? I thought I was bringing the thunder. I had to look those words up all morning, and then you do that. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game.
And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
On play action, now McCarthy. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings!
And Xavier Worthy.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
McCarthy to throw on 2nd down. That one complete to Leggett.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And now the throw taken in by Chark.
Down the left sideline.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 59 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Completes this to Addison out left.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
And Detroit getting... They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
On play action, McCarthy.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD, but of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.